This is surprising. And going back to now how TV, I'd say the past 5-6 years, especially with like HBO, Showtime leading the way, but now like FX, A&E are better than the networks even when it comes to a lot of these dramas and action shows. And now with Netflix doing their own series and Amazon wanting into it, it's opening up the possibilities. And now we have a possible Halo TV series being developed that's going to come to Showtime. This is interesting, and this is, to me, if this actually comes to fruition, now it's crossed over the point that we can say that like video game, entertainment has hit to the point where now it's now a viable entertainment medium for the mass audience that we're going to translate all these mythical stories over.
Well, I feel like we got 2 points that I'd want to make on this. One is the positive point. I think that something like Halo, which they talked about making a movie of and they never got off the ground, I think that some of this stuff would actually work better in a TV series sort of universe. You have more time to build things up. You can do things episodically. Sure. You don't have to cram all of this lore and backstory into the first hour of a movie just to give people a half-hour episode's worth of payoff in the home stretch of a movie. So this could be really good in terms of how they can do character development and work stuff. I think that's fantastic.
Budgets are comparatively smaller.
Yeah. I have no interest. I have no personal stake in this, so this is not a fan speaking.
Yeah.
I think this could be really good for fans of the video game who want to see this in a video form. I think this could be really good. It's not a problem that I have with it, but I think it's, since day one I've talked about Microsoft's focus on using the Xbox One as some sort of integrated TV device is some sort of folly, because people don't really use it that much, and I couldn't see it as being something that they would use on their Xbox One a ton. And the fact that it has the potential to go to Showtime first and then to Xbox One a week later, it's good and bad. It opens the stuff up to more audiences, but at the same point in time, anyone who was looking at the Xbox One and being like, well, this could really replace everything in my living room, now they're wondering, why do I have to wait a week? I own your system. I own the Xbox One. Halo is yours. Why am I getting shortchanged a week when everyone else isn't?
Well, it depends what their main objective is. Does Microsoft want to make an awesome TV show that'll get mainstream appeal and make lots of money, like a Game of Thrones type of show? Or do they want to use it to try and sell the Xbox One? I don't think it's going to work that way. They probably figure we're going to spend, even though like I said before, TV shows have a comparatively smaller budget, and you have a comparatively smaller budget because you have that same team built in over seasons for the effects and things like that. You don't have to go back and reinvent the wheel as you do with a big movie. It's still going to cost a lot of money to make a Halo TV series. Yeah. A lot of money.
Sure.
Right off the bat, it'd be the top 2 or 3 most expensive TV shows.
I personally feel like putting it on mainstream TV, well, not necessarily mainstream, but Showtime is the smarter answer. Sure. I do, but I can see the backlash from fans. I mean, if there isn't any, I feel like there will be. I feel like
so.
Honestly,
you think they're not going to care that all of a sudden there's a show about it?
Well, I mean, they will, but just think about it from the mind of a fanboy who owns an Xbox One, who loves Halo, who spends a lot of time on their system. And, I mean, they're not getting it first. I could see that as being... I don't personally care. Like I said, I'm kind of playing devil's advocate here. Okay. But yeah, I just feel like that there's going to be some sort of backlash on that.
I think it's interesting because this article in Forbes about there's not really any space sci-fi shows on TV anymore. There's no Star Trek. It says there's no Firefly. There's no Battlestar Galactica. The only one you have is Doctor Who, and I would argue that a lot of that's not in space. It kind of is in space, but they're usually on a planet somewhere.
He's Earth's protector. I mean, while there are space episodes, a lot of it is Earth-based.
Remember the Space Above and Beyond, that show on Fox in the late 90s, like that space show?
No, I don't.
That's all. I think it lasts like 2 years.
Yeah, really though. I mean, I'm struggling. I thought there was one more that a different article I had read had mentioned. I thought there was one more modern space-based show, but
that's on right now on TV now.
But I can't think. Someone mentioned like Falling Skies or something.
Falling Skies, but that takes place on Earth.
Yeah, so
not really.
Again, yeah, I mean, same deal as Who. I mean, you have alien entities, but you're taking care of it on.
Yeah, you're not having huge space
terra
battles.
Firma, yeah.
I'm sure it costs money for those alien effects, but costs a lot less than having big space battles and CGing other worlds. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So, and I've actually seen a few episodes of that. It's pretty good from what I see.
What, Falling Skies?
Yeah.
My friends love it. If I like
The alien designs are cool.
if I watched more TV, that's one of the first shows that would be on my list.
So I think it's interesting because if it actually comes out, obviously then Netflix or HBO, they'll search for other video game entities to come to the screen, which would be cool. I think gamers will win. There are a lot of cool stories. I'm not going to say there's going to be a Legend of Zelda TV series, but at least it'll inch towards a possibility of down the road that might happen.
No, but like I said at the beginning of this segment, I really do feel like TV, especially because we've gotten to the point where TV show budgets can now get the effects necessary to make things look decent. There's a lot of video games that would probably translate better to TV than movie.
Well, let's be honest. They already market the freaking games as movies anyway. You go in a movie theater and you see trailers for video games and you think, what the hell am I... Oh, it's a video game.
Right.
Because you don't know. They're presented on TV as movies. So...
You're presented on TV as movies.
Oh, it got me there, Ian.
I did. Wicked Bird.